wanting more.
What's up, everybody? It's your man, DVS Ahmad, coming to you again on another DVS Friday. I hope everybody had a good week. It's been, the weather around here has been beautiful. So, what's up to my man, Stephen McCaster, my dude. I hope everybody's been enjoying themselves, and I definitely, what's up, everybody? You have to adjust that. Okay. I definitely hope everybody's been attending the outdoor festivals because there's a lot of work that go into them. They put it on for us to enjoy, so I hope everybody's been getting out. Shout out to everybody who went to Lincoln Park. Particular shout out to everybody who was behind the scenes at Lincoln Park. It was an amazing, amazing situation. It's like a family reunion every year. It's always, really, really nice when we get down there. So big up to everybody who played, all artists, everybody who volunteered, everybody behind the scenes. Much love and appreciation to all of you guys for that. Tomorrow night, Club Elevation, the Pink and Black Affair. You get in free if you have on Pink and Black. Second Saturday of the month, Humble Beginnings. Every second Saturday, 30 Maple Avenue, Mount Clear, New Jersey. One price, all you can eat, all you can drink, all night. And all you can dance to, because we don't stop dancing until we stop dancing. So just a few more things. Check out my Facebook page, DVS Ahmad, or go to my Instagram, DVS Ahmad, or Twitter, DVS Ahmad. I'm pretty consistent with that. Much love to Deron Tariq, Bathsheba Johnson, Tanya Johnson, and of course, again, my man, Stephen Cassa. We're about to get into the guests that I have with me this week. An honor, really, to have this man here. I've heard a lot about him, but I'm going to let him tell you more about what it is that he does. So, warm GS Radio North welcome for my man D.I.Key. 60.
172 plus.
172 countries.
2 countries.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, around the world.
I feel popular. Definitely enjoying it.
That's what it is. So tell us about you, D.I.K. Beats. What is
Yes,
D.I.K.
sir.
Beats?
Well, who D.I.K. Beats is basically started off as a producer a couple of years back. Just having a love for music. Got into music, dealt with a couple local artists, and that was kind of the start of it. But really the introduction was through hip hop.
Okay.
Right. So as we mature and got older, we decided, okay, we're actually looking to pursue a more mature sound. And this is when I kind of reintroduced myself to house music.
Oh, okay.
So, as still being a producer first, getting into it, still trying to keep track of, what's hot, the new music, the old music and things like that. It's been a lot because, to be removed from it for and then to kind of reintroduce yourself, I'm really like that new guy.
Okay.
And I'm treated like a new guy, which is cool. It's cool. Got a lot of people that puts in a lot of work into this part, like you said, all the outdoor festivals, because after coming to the event, you realize how much work goes into all this.
Yeah.
So, definitely, big shouts to them. So, me, humbling myself to the point where it's like, all right, I'm reintroducing, I'm just trying to move and shape, not only as a DJ, but as a producer. So, of course, it's you have to be aware of what people want. I mean, in any business, you have to say, okay, because, a lot of the music that I was researching, I was listening to was coming from overseas. Okay. So, I'm listening to this music overseas, and then I would come home, I guess you would say, and it would be like well, you listen to like this house, like, no, it's not, So back to the drawing board,
Right?
Yeah. But I mean, but the beauty of it was like, okay, I realized that, just that. I didn't realize there were so many subgenres of house until I started learning how to produce house. It's like, wow, okay, and my favorite has to be soulful and Afro house. That's my most favorite. I love my jacking, love the classics. I love that, but it's something about especially Afro house, like something that groove that grabs you. So some of my favorite right there. So I mean, we're in this stuff. Like I said, I don't want to leave hip hop because of the business that I do. I have a recording studio, and a lot of my clients are under 30. So like I said, you have to give them what they want. Right. But as far as me DJing, I love to DJ house. Why? It's very simple. Security, having fun. It's so real. So it's true. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of crazy because I'm getting pulled in both directions because I'm doing house for a while, like it's not working, and hip hop will pull me over like, yo, things are moving. Then hip hop will get quiet in the house, like, hey, so man, that's a tug of war back and forth, but wherever it takes you, I'm gonna follow. I really love house, just because this is where I was born. I was born in Newark, and if you know anything about Jersey, you realize that we have from Jersey to Chicago to San Francisco. I mean, all these things I'm learning. I didn't know. They have such a house music underground. That if you're from here, you should understand this. So I feel honored to be like, okay, I want to at least, if this is the culture that I was born into, let me, have some sort of, put in, and at least, have show appreciation of it.
Now, how many years have you DJed?
DJing, I've only been DJing for maybe about 2.5 years. Okay. Producing, I've been producing. I started producing in 2001.
Okay, so you had a longer stint with production.
Right. So I just from the production aspect of it, I said, okay, let me do something that will actually help me branch, or and actually get better at producing. So a lot of the greats that I actually follow on the production side, I will realize that they also DJ too. So I said, okay, you know what? Let's figure that out.
Yeah.
And man, listen, it's been so dope.
Yeah.
You know, oh man, it's dope.
Yeah, I think so. Producers, in my opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, because we got a DJ and producer in the room. Oh, I think we got a couple of them. When some of the DJs I know are some of the best producers are some of the best DJs. It kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Not saying you have to be one or the other, but when you know how to do this, you attack your project in a whole different way.
Yes.
When you know both ends, you know
Yes.
what it took to make the record, and you can see the result when you're playing.
Exactly.
So it's a whole different situation. Big up to my man Dip in the room, and Schumacher, that's a recording artist and DJ and producer in the room. So big up to you guys. Have you done any DJing locally?
Well, yes, actually, I have. I do Tuesday nights over at La Rouge Lounge.
Oh, really?
So I do Soulful House Tuesdays. You know, I started a little Afro, a little classic, but you know, my main goal was, like I said, you know, I'm looking to really pursue the whole mature crowd. So, you know, thanks to the location, we're next to like the federal building, the courthouse. So we have a lot of people, a lot of professional people who are actually within the vicinity, and we're looking to gain them as, you know, potential, you know, fans and clients. You know, yeah. No.
I apologize. Y'all gotta go down. Something always happened with my phone while the show was on. It ain't like a dance or something.
But listen, it's appreciated though. You know, but
Yeah. Okay, so you're downtown now. That's something that because we had parties. Monday, Gavelstone. You do Tuesdays at La Rouge.
there's also Tuesdays at which is my company.
Well, we gonna say you do Tuesdays at La Rouge. We gonna say the other place.
Gotcha.
Wednesdays at Cielo. Thursday is at Elevation. Friday is at Elevation. Saturday could be Elevation or Cricket Club, depends. Sunday we're back at Elevation. Or the Cricket Club, if it's Kevin Edge doing his stuff out there. So we got a whole week of parties for the summer. You see that? Look at God.
Man, listen, hey, like I said, I'm just really trying to humbly, you know, introduce myself. That's because, you know, like for yourself and also like a Kevin Hedge. I mean, like just getting into this, you know, certain names keep coming up and they let you know, listen, like you understand who's doing what, and it lets you know how hard you need to work.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, just because I was, you know, not within the culture for itself, I didn't really realize that it was moving the way it was until I got started. It was like, wow, like there's really things going on every night of the week, and it's really moving. So you're like, oh, you didn't know? Like, no.
Yeah, you really have to have your ear to the pulse of exactly the whole entire area, not just the city, but the whole area, to find out what's going on. And definitely through social media, because that's the way everybody communicates nowadays. Now there are some people, and for the people out here who still do it, let me know if I'm not saying this the way that it should be stated. But one of the best ways still, if you have a party, because I see people do this, is to still put flyers in somebody's hand.
Yes.
Right? Shout out to Tanya Bell.
And Ramin, who still do that. Like, and if I'm in an event, I could be just going to chill. I'm gonna see Tanya and Ramin come with the flyers for their event, and it's not even a money-making situation for them. It's the Orange Park Music Festival, and they help with the Vailsburg Park Music Festival. But those aren't paid events, but they still know if you want people to show this is what you have to do. It's all about the packaging. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. what it is. Yeah. Exactly. That's right. That's true. Since you started this endeavor, what are some of the events that you've attended? The house music events that you've attended? We gonna get into that because
Well,
y'all gonna be look, yo. Just sit still.
But she definitely lets me know as far as where I need to be. If I'm going to pursue this is where you need to be. These are the people you need to meet. This is the sound you need to be aware of. And so anytime something's going on, I'm giving a heads up ahead of time. It's like, look, we just missed Waneko. Well, last year we missed that, but we was actually I was down in Lincoln Park. I didn't get a chance to out, man. Listen, Lincoln Park was. That was
bananas.
Man, listen, it was like I've never seen an outdoor situation that was so crowded. Yeah. I was like, and me, I mean, like, I won't lie, I had to stand on the outside. Like,
yeah, because it's a lot. It's a lot.
It really was.
To try and walk through that, it's a lot.
I tried it,
but it's a love. Though.
I went, I'm smelling the fish and the yams. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I'm about to get over there. Damn. By the time I got there, I'm like, man, look, I'm about to get over. I'm about to find my way back out of here now, because it was so serious. But I mean, like, it just felt so good to just see, just to have people in such a positive energy. Yeah. Like, I mean, that energy was just so positive. I don't care what was going on. It was like, yo, you just felt it just as you're, just walking through and was like, wow, like this, it makes me proud to be from North. Like, okay, it ain't all, all negative.
Right. Exactly. Because somebody, I was just talking to somebody within the last week, and one of the things they were saying is, I got to get out of here, this neighborhood, yada, yada, yada. But it may be where you're going in the neighborhood, because where I'm at is usually peaceful and quiet, and the events that I attend are peaceful and quiet. Well, not quiet, but peaceful.
Right.
Yeah, we make noise.
Right. But that goes back to, like we were saying, like, when I decided to chase a more mature sound, it was because of that. Because, like I said, like, I mean, as many house music events that I've ever, attended or even heard of, you don't hear of all that. And me having, me working with a lot of younger artists, like every other week I'm hearing about something, bad going on, to where it makes me I'm not going there. Like, I'm keeping myself away from that. Like, exactly. I'm not a young person no more to be out here, hanging with y'all young. It's like, I mean, like, trust y'all, but look, I can't do it. So I go to, let me be a part of something to where I'm around my peers. Yeah. And actually around people who's looking to move forward. Because of course, in not only, moving and shaking on the music aspect of it, now you're dealing with people who are business minded, or professional. And a lot of times when you're dealing with circles like that, you create opportunities for yourselves, and, you bump yourselves into opportunities. Right. So it's like, okay, well, let's make sure we're there.
Absolutely. Now, earlier you said that you got music from overseas.
Yes.
But have you been a part of the culture overseas?
I try to follow it as much as I can, sitting in my studio, but definitely, I have a couple sites that I follow, a couple YouTube channels I follow. I mean, that I really keep track of. I get the alerts of music, because a lot of times, even I'm playing, even as far as Tuesday, I like to introduce things that normally you won't hear. I mean, I got like this one crazy record I play. Like, I mean, people listen to it like, yo, I kind of like that. Where'd you get that from? Like, you probably won't hear it for a while, because it's not even like over here like that.
Oh wow.
So I mean, but that's how music goes. It'll bubble in the area, and then it's so I kind of like, I hit that area. I like that, that UK, that, actually there's one particular label I follow heavy, Effective, and I follow a lot of their artists, actually, somebody we know, actually, I didn't realize had, dropped the record under their label, so I'm really tempted to work with him soon too, but, so I'm like, wow, like, okay, so I follow a lot of their stuff, and I'm just bumping into dope music. It's like, wow, like, yeah.
And the thing about with house music is so funny, because with house music, and I don't know, I can only speak about house music because the field that I play that's my playground. You can do so much with it, and you don't need a whole lot of instrumentation
Right.
anymore because everything is like so electronic and so accessible. And like a friend of mine, he's not even a DJ. He wants to DJ, but he put together this CD real quick that's so hot. Like he mixed in a sermon over the track and it's. And I'm like, oh my god, you did this? He's like, yeah, doing this on my computer. But it's crazy though. It's really, really nice. And I say all that to say that people are coming out with new music so quickly.
Yes.
That is really, really hard to keep up. And that I think is what separates the proverbial men from the boys when it comes to a DJ knowing their craft. Who's sitting down and studying what to make sure that I have what's new, what's popping, what's good for the crowd.
Right.
And what's the reception that you get from how long have you been playing down at La Rouge?
Now about over 2 months now.
And
so I mean, like, you know, we have our hits and misses, but I mean, like, I like to watch the crowd, especially when I'm introducing something that, you know, I know and no one's never heard.
Right.
And you'll see, like, you know, we what we like to call we look for a nod factor. So when you kind of start seeing, like, you know, like, because mainly it's not a dance situation, so people are conversating. But when you kind of start seeing, like, the, you know, like the heads nodding with it, like, okay, they're listening, but they're enjoying themselves. Like, okay, you know, I know, like, if this was in a more crowded situation, this would be a dope record. Yeah. You know, so that's kind of what I look for. I peek around for nod factors. And like, you know, if people kind of go back into their conversations, I'll be like, okay, let's find something else to slide in. Then I intro that, and then I just look around. And that's really what I do. I kind of like study the room on these new records. And then eventually, once it reaches a particular point of the night, I just shift over to things that people know. And just kind of like cruise the rest of the night from there.
Okay. Who are some of your favorite DJs?
Now, probably honestly, like, my favorite is gotta be like Black Coffee, Black Motion, Cairo. I follow a lot of his stuff. Dennis Ferreira, I keep my eye on Dennis Ferreira also.
Yo, yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah, like, so be like, probably like those guys I really kind of keep track of. Like, okay, what are they playing? Like, you know, but this is new. Like, let me grab that. Let's see, you know. So that's how I actually, I would say like 20-30% of my stuff comes from me listening to like a lot of their latest mixes and to see the ones that they really like, they really embrace. It's like, okay, if they embrace it, they're gonna get behind it. So if they're gonna get behind it, I want to make sure I have it. So once it starts moving, you know, I'm not like, oh, you got it? Yeah, Ben had it.
Yeah, because you should have been had that.
Right.
If you were a serious DJ. Who is one of your favorite house artists? Or, well, some of them, because I know it's hard to pin down one.
Well, I mean, you know, I can't say house artists. The only thing I could really say is like house records.
Okay.
Because like growing up, like, you know, we really just started getting into the whole like really following artists. At one point with us, it was just about the record. Like, yo, you got that record. You got, you know, Elias. Do you have the Viola Sykes? You got, I mean, I'm calling artists, but I mean the names, you know, Little Girl, like Follow Me, Down. I mean, like, you know, these are just the records that just create that move. So it was you know, even when I'm playing, like, people walk up and they don't ask for an artist, they ask for the song. Like, so you got that. So, you know, now I'm starting to learn who's the artist.
Right.
Like, who's behind this? Like, you know, as I start researching more, like, I didn't realize, like, Viola Sykes had so many records. I didn't realize Kenny Bobien had so many records. Like, that guy got a catalog. Like, but that comes into the researching now. Like, wow, like, okay, I didn't realize it got this deep. So, you know, I mean, so now I'm starting to actually find more. I haven't found my favorite yet, but I mean, like, you know, I'm really following, like, Evangeline, keeping an eye on her. A friend of mine just did a record with Vicky Martin. Her record's doing pretty well. So I mean, like, a lot of these people who's kind of moving and shaking, I'm kicking it with them to kind of see who's doing what.
Nice. Nice. Those are some of the people you want to produce with too?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh my God. Like, Vicky had a post today, like one of her records, I think, just on YouTube, it's like over 200,000.
Yes, I saw that.
Right. Yeah. And Viola, I think, posted something else. Well, no, that was the anniversary. It was something else, so musically that she was doing. But everybody's like making sure that they stay busy, because even CeCe Rogers was here, and Stephanie Cook, And both of them, now Stephanie Cook, I think she's getting ready to release something in September. And CeCe Rogers, he just released something a couple of months ago. Like, you can download his whole album online, I think, for free too.
Okay.
And it's just like, from the era that, you know, we grew up in, so much has changed. Like, it's gone from vinyl to, you know, now it's just the little key situation that you plug in. Yeah, the flash drive situation. And you put that in, and that's all it is. Do you think that that's good? How do you feel about those types of changes?
I knew that was
in the industry. Yeah.
Right. I mean, especially because, you know, I'm the new guy who walked into the flash drive era. Like, I totally skipped over the CD. You know, and I have a lot of people who actually went from vinyl to CD to now we're dealing with flash drive. So, you know, they asked. So the only thing I can kind of refer back to is, like, I understand the argument, because having a recording studio, I still have a lot of outboard gear, MPC, Triton. I have a lot of outboard gear, but I still run everything straight in the box where we would say, which is basically all through the computer. So I understand, you know, the change. So when I do have artists or producers that come to me and say, "Oh, I'm a producer," and I say, "Well, what do you use?" And they're like, "Oh, well, I use FL Studio," and I'm like, "You're not a producer, because you never invested." Like, my first piece of gear was $2,300. I used to catch the bus to work in the snow, saving up the bodies, and that was the difference of, like, you know, now it's like, if you wanted to do it then, that was a choice. You know, it was none of that. You woke up today and say, "Oh, hey, I want to do this." You made the sacrifices, and you saved up. So when you actually purchase something, you was like, "Look, this is an accomplishment for me." Not to say I want to do this today or tomorrow. So, not to veer off from the question. So the thing was, I get, you know, the argument of I got friends who just have, like, I mean, who have a basement full of vinyl, and I understand the argument. But I say, but, you know, the difference now, people their attention span is so short that sometimes you gotta shift through 5 or 6 different genres in a night when you're playing. Try that doing crates. It's different, you know.
It is.
So you can't. So I mean, like, you know, it as the shift changes, watching it, you know, just people just consuming music different. So you have to basically provide, you know, everything for everyone, because people are enjoying music from different genres. So during the course of the night, sometimes you have to slide over to play top 40.
Right.
And sometimes you got to slide over to play some dance hall or something like that, just because this is what they want. So, you know, I mean, so I guess that's kind of, I mean, I don't know. I love it to where, you know, I have about 30,000 records in my laptop.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, a friend of mine was like, "Hey, you know, he said, listen, I can't do this this birthday party. This young lady was having a birthday party for a 1-year-old, all Spanish people. I'm like, I know Spanish music. He was like, no problem. Dropped about 10,000 Spanish records on me. It was like, go collect your money. Like, so can I be mad? No. Like,
not at all.
You know,
not
so I mean,
all.
but just in that, that in itself definitely makes, I would say, DJs have to learn how to produce too, because now everyone has the same records, so now you have to start playing your stuff, and that's actually, you know, what I feel was dope when I kind of started learning about this, because I realized, like, okay, when you have DJs that's not looking to share, I get it. Because I want to be the one that breaks my record, and then, you know, 6 months, 9 months down the line, then I'll share it. But I want to be the one when people say, I'm coming because I want to hear that record you produced, and not everyone has it. Right. People are going to want to shine your own stuff, so I'll tell you what, you won't wait 9 months before you get it. Now, when it's older than me, I'll introduce something new and give you my old one.
I know that's right. He learned quick.
Hey, man. Listen. No.
Wow. So, all right. What are some of the places that you like since you started this journey into DJing? What are some of the things that you like about the venues that you go to?
Like I said, I mean, like it's just nothing like just that vibe. Like, I mean, you know, without a word being said, you just feel like, you know, I could do this all night. Like, you know, I get like, and I'm comfortable because and moms can attest, I can go to a venue and and I don't want to sound crazy, but the first thing I do is I look for the exits.
A lot of people do that. It's
Right.
not crazy.
And I stay close. So if things get real, it's like what happened? I don't know. It's
Like,
outside.
I was out. Yeah. Yeah.
So but with that, I don't feel that, and I feel like okay, it's just good because it's like all right, now I'm able to enjoy the music and not only enjoy it, I'm able to study it because as a producer, I have to start studying this. So now I'm studying the crowd. I'm watching, even if I'm not playing, I'm watching how the crowd reacts to certain songs. I'm watching how how long an intro should should wait. How that intro just loop and it's like okay, you're building that anticipation for that drop. Like I'm watching, I'm studying. Man, listen. Listen, it's getting ready. I'm humbly introducing myself, but I really look to make a serious impact.
That's what's up. Are there people that you want to play like you see some of the DJs, they play with each other, like it'll be 2 or 3 of them? Can you see are there DJs that you can see yourself playing sets with, or have you thought about that?
I mean, as of now, I won't know, only because I'm still studying like who's who and how it should go, because understanding DJ, what you don't do is you don't want to play the same records, but then you also want to make sure that you have the you create a particular groove. I mean, so of course I have to be aware, okay, I'm the new guy, so more than likely I'm in the beginning, so I have to wow them, but then I want to make sure I'm not stepping on anyone's toes, so I can also keep that opportunity coming until I get to that point. So I'm still watching. So I'll let you know in about a year.
I'm laughing because we all know what could completely happen if you're not paying attention. You come and you do your thing, and the DJ behind you is like, yeah, we won't have him back.
For real. For real.
Yeah, it could be that type of situation, but no, we don't do that in the house.
Man, look, it's still a sport. I mean, music is competitive, and it's like if you want to be the best, you have to present yourself. But like I said, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot before my opportunities can come. So it's like I sit back and I observe.
Have you been to Cielo yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We've been talking about hitting that Wednesdays for a couple weeks now.
And the reason I brought up Cielo is because the people who throw parties at Cielo have really taken their time to cultivate a nice space, a nice party, really, really professional in the delivery of the party. You know what I'm saying? Like the ambiance and the sound and the dedication to what it is that we're going to be playing for our audience. It's very eclectic, but again, it's so business. You know what I'm saying? And I like the club. It's like the club has a beautiful aesthetic, and I always tell people, like, if you want to, for me anyway, if I was thinking of a club to build my own club, it would be something like that. It would be something like a Cielo, because it's not huge like a Webster Hall, but it's not tight and cramped. It gives you a very, very comfortable feeling. It gives you a cozy feeling, but it can still fit a couple of hundred people. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So if you had a space, what are the things that you would add for the dancers?
Fans. Some of those places can get hot. I mean, like, unless you got a serious AC situation. But I mean,
I know you have been paying attention.
Listen, I mean, but I think other than that, you have to make sure sound-wise, your sound got to be on point. Yeah. And one thing I realized about house, that what we call that 4 on the floor, it got to be hitting. That 4 on the floor carries that whole pulse of the night. So if you got to make sure you got your subs are correct, and make sure that if your subs are right and your DJ right, you should be good. So I think those are probably the most. I mean, like we could deal with tops and all that. 'Cause I do sound awesome, so we could deal with tops and all that, too. But that bottom, I mean, you got if that pulse, if you don't create that pulse in that room, that pulse what keeps them there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the whole situation. Oh goodness, am I going out tonight? I might have to for a minute. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna save myself for tomorrow night.
Elevation.
Listen, have you been to Elevation, right?
I'll be there tomorrow night.
Okay, because your mother can attest to this.
Yeah.
You were just talking about the fans. Elevation, let me preface this by saying there's a perfect air conditioning system that happens. It's really, really nice. So y'all can come down, and we have the fans too. So you won't get that funky unless you're just doing all of that. But before Elevation has been in existence since like 2001, and that air conditioning system just came, I think, last year. So in the middle of the summer, 90 degrees. There was a time we would walk in the basement and the entire floor would be wet, and we would think somebody had spilled something over. It was sweat.
Oh, that's disgusting.
The floor was just dripping. The walls were sweating. The floor was sweating. And we were sweating. It was like crazy, but nobody was leaving.
But see, that's the thing. When you created such an experience, it's like, I know I'm sweating, but I'm not ready to go.
No, we're not going nowhere.
That's amazing. Because people, if the first step of people have opportunity to complain, they'll complain, but if they're really into it, like, nah, we gonna rock this out.
Yes, because we dress to sweat. That's the whole situation. Even if you have on your best clothes, you still better be prepared to sweat in them. If it's something that you don't want to get sweaty, then you don't want to come with us.
Place.
You don't want to come with us. That whole 3-piece suit that look like a stick of margarine. No, that's not what you want to do if you're going to come and hang out with us. You might want to have something that you can get some grass stains on if we outside or something. Like, I'm serious. We don't play like everybody else. I ranted a little. I'm sorry. Got a little carried away because we have fun doing this. It's y'all know who it is. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the summer. And the other thing that has changed is now we have so many park events outside during the summer. We didn't have that in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like pre-Lincoln Park, which is what, 14 years or 13 years, 12? All right, 12 years, so 15 years ago, we didn't have any place like during the summer. The only place that you could bump your music was in your car while you rode through the hood, with everybody. You want everybody to see you, so you at a perfect 2 miles an hour, so everybody can see you.
Slow rolling.
Right, for real. That and it's come to now we have a place and everybody's doing it. There's like on any given Sunday, there could be 2 or 3 events at different places. You know what I'm saying? Like all over the place, and they're phenomenal people. You have artists and DJs who are, big names from all over the place or whatever, and it's right here in Newark where we grew up.
Yes.
This is the give back.
Yeah.
And what I think a lot of people miss is that this is the family. This is where the parents can commune with the kids. They can take the kids with them.
Definitely.
And you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
This is where that can happen, where we can go out in the community as a family and all have fun again. So if y'all aren't doing this, you're missing a really, really good opportunity. You really are. Now, you guys here, I'm sure, you guys know already, but this is what I think we need to have more of. Like, grab your neighbor and have her bring her kids. Yeah, they bad, but have her, deal with it for a few hours. Just send them and bring them to the park so that we can rebuild this community, because we have to heal our community. The house community is in and of itself, in this particular area, it's kind of self-healing in many ways, because music heals us. We don't stay wounded for long in the house community. Whatever happened, we'll get over it. We still gonna go out and dance. But the rest of our community still needs some healing. how would you use what you do in the community to make the community better?
Good question. Well, like you said, I mean, I think one thing, the biggest start in healing is to create interaction. A lot of times when you can have people interact with you, they treat things different. It's the same thing with like if you had a kid to where he was with his father, his uncle, or bigger brother, and helped him on the car. He treated the car different. Or even if you had someone who actually helped, around the house or help, cut the grass or things, they treat that different. So once you have people involved, then there's a different level of respect of what's there. So that's the thing. The thing is to is to find a way to keep people involved. So I mean, like whether it's small instances or just a sense of pride to just be a part of it, it changes. So that would be the start. Once they're involved and it don't feel like work, because one thing about the young is they don't want to feel like they're being worked or they're being preached to. They're like, okay, you know what, you just I'm gonna go chill. And they're like, oh, like I like this feeling. I like what's going on here. Then they want to be a part of the next. It's like, I'm gonna show you how to be a part of the next. Give me a hand over here. Then next thing you know, that's the start.
I think that many of us need to take that cue and start bringing the kids in to interact with us when we're doing these festivals and outdoor situations. They're gonna resent it for a second, and then they're gonna start dancing.
But see, and the thing about it is, even if they do, like a lot of them right now, whether they want to admit it or not, a lot of them are looking for some sort of guidance.
Oh yeah.
So if you put them in a position to where it makes them feel good, and they're like, yo, and it's positive, they'll follow it. So but the thing is, we have to always lead by example.
Right.
So if we're showing like, okay, we can do this, and actually, and it's cool. It only takes a handful of them to start, then the other ones follow.
Very true. I hope we get more of that. The place where we are, I always take a minute to talk about giving back to the community, because where we are right now is a community center, and they have different kids programs and things. Like behind you is where they're gonna eventually have their sound booth and everything like that. So it's all about trying to do that, because like I said, we need to heal our community in so many different ways.
And definitely, I mean, like, no matter what, anyone can attest, music is the first start. Music, even if you removed all the vocals, it's just something about music that actually just touches people right away. So let that be the start. You start there, and then you branch from there. You see where it's going, and you just follow it.
That's what's up. I'm sorry, I forgot to give you guys the phone number to call in, 973-900-6453. Call in and say what's up or whatever. Where are we at in time?
Let's up there.
Okay. I need you to come on over here, because look, this is I don't even have words. Now, we mentioned, if you've been rocking with us at the beginning of the interview, he mentioned his mom. So now we're gonna let everybody know who his mom is. Say hi to Ustream and the rest of the world right there. This is Fran. I was about to say, otherwise known as the Twirler. Like, for real. I think I first saw her in Club Shelter on the dance floor, and then after that at my bus stop every single morning with the headphones. Yeah, with the headphones, and we would stand out on the busy street dancing at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning before I go to work. She already at work. Yeah. Absolutely. We had we still have a wonderful time. So this is your son, and obviously he got a lot of this from you.
Well, yeah, because this particular song right here, kind of didn't want to give in. I don't want to, but that's that Gemini. I don't want to. So, and like you said, he's only really good at this house music thing. Well, I took him to one of the club for the first time last year.
Okay.
he was like, Mom, I'm like, so for that love alone, and I introduced him to a few people, but again, I don't want him to be on, oh, that's Francis' son. He has his own mind. He knows what he wants. And like I said, listening to him, I'm sure he's around some good people. And though he don't know all of the DJs, like the Lovage, the Hot, all of them, I know them.
Right.
You know, but again, that was a part that he kind of like steered clear from. You know, as far as getting to know the DJ, again, into the production of it, and on his own. But as years went by, he would be like, "You still at it? I've been at this thing for over 43 years now. Okay, this is not nothing. When it hit me too. 43 years ago, like I was telling him, he was 2 months old when I first went to my underground club experience.
Wow.
He's 43 now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. And he's 40. Okay, so you know, like I said, I've been at it for many years, and he hasn't seen the transition of it like I have.
Right.
I've seen it go from one to the next, and I shared with him earlier to where it is now. Dip said it best for me last week. He said, Francis, you have graced many dance floors, so thank you for choosing Elevations. I've been going to Elevations for 16 years now, and I can't think of no better home. That's going to always be my home. So like I said, as far as club-wise, he's new to it all, so he's not really going to know the spots. But for him to be around good, positive people because of what he's about, I trust that, you know, it'll all fall in place for him. Because like I said, I don't want them to be like, oh, that's Francis' son. No, this is D.I.K. Beats, a.k.a. Demand, okay, and not Francis' son.
I know that's right.
Yes.
And I wasn't gonna bring her up unless you did. This is FYI. Because anybody I know, if I know their parent as well, they have their own identity.
Right.
So I like to let them introduce their parent.
Right. Well, definitely. I mean, I would be doing a disservice, you know, because when it came down to this, or even when I'm doing remixes, she gets them first.
Nice.
You know, it's like, listen, you know, and a lot of, you know, all of them she aren't on, but then sometimes I pay attention because I'm like, you have an ear, you know, your house ear is like my hip hop ear.
Right.
If, you know, I have the ear, but if I had the hands, oh, I'd be wicked.
Yeah.
Yes, I would be wicked. I would be another one of those, but
Right, so-
it's in my feet.
Like a
it's
nane
in my
baker.
ear. You
Right,
know what I
so-
mean? It's in my feet and it's in my ears, but it's not in my hands. But I have it and I hear it. So again, you know, I do hear things, and when he do, I say do a little this, little that, you know. But at the same time, I'm his biggest fan. His biggest, you can do it.
Nice.
Always going to be my baby, even though he's my firstborn son, and I have 5 children. And I'm hoping to see a few of y'all tomorrow night at my birthday party at Elevations.
Fair.
Yes, yes. So I am so looking to this.
Listen.
I'm going to see all my friends at Elevations.
Which I'm hosting.
Nice.
Let's be clear. As you can tell, we have fun, and this is I'm what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take an opportunity to come in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to a whole lot of bigger and, you know, more different things as you navigate your way through our community. You know, the other thing is always have music with you.
Actually, I left my book bag. I mean,
It's okay.
I always do, and a lot of times
I'm
I
not the
do.
one that need it. I'm just saying, like, when you're out.
Right. I'll usually keep a bunch of CDs with me just to give away.
Yeah, because that's gonna be your calling card.
Exactly.
And even if people forget or can't remember who they gave it, like, where did I get this from? They put it in. Oh, yeah.
Right. Well, see, I have my picture on the front. I'm very conceited. So you won't forget too easily who gave it sense. You know? Well, that was the whole. You see, my whole thing is this, right? There's a method. It's a method to it. Understand? Because the more I research this, like I would see a CD track list, right, and you just see the name. I'm like, that's cool. But right now, understanding in this music where we are, you know, your DJ, your producer, everyone is up front.
Mm-hmm.
So now people want to, you know, attach a face to it.
Right.
So me, I just call, set up a photo shoot. Listen, I need some photos. You know, I dress like, you know, like my peers. You know, more mature. A lot of people I gave CDs to was like, listen, we don't want this church stuff. Like, easy. They think I look like a preacher. So I got to change up how I dress the next one. Like, I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out. But the thing is, I have to make sure that, you know, even if you don't remember anything, you were like, okay, yo, that guy, I remember him from somewhere. Mm-hmm. And that's just the thing, because like I said, I'm years behind. You know, I'm very behind as far as like a lot of, you know, DJs who's doing it. Who, like, if you say a name right now, like, listen, you know, 100, 150, 200 people are gonna show. You say my name, man, listen. Like, so I'm building. I'm gonna be honest. I'm building. But right, so it's like, you know, I'm understanding, okay, I have to, you know, utilize social media, understand that where we are as far as the music culture, to where like now a lot of more DJ producers are up front. Now I have to maneuver, like, you know, up front. And, you know, just understand, like, okay, don't fight where we are. Embrace it and keep moving forward. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing.
Definitely. Just one last thing. When me and your mother, one of the places we were talking about elevation, when both of us started going there, the DJ who was the resident at that time, his name is Stacy Mallory, he didn't begin DJing until he was close to our age. That was when he first started DJing and producing and everything. And he was the first person to open up the bottom floor of what is now Club. But back then it was Soulful Saturdays. It was 43rd Street Soulful Saturdays before there was any type of elevation. It was 43rd Street Soulful Saturdays with DJ Stacy Mallory every Saturday night, and just consistently. When we first started, for the first month, it would be like 5 people might drop in.
Right.
A couple of months later, it might be 10 people. And it was like, okay, are they gonna come? Are they gonna come? And he just kept on. He just like tenaciously every single Saturday.
And you know what? I'm gonna let you know how much that's appreciated. That you actually shared that, because, you know, a lot of times we see a lot of, you know, DJs that are actually doing really well. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we forget, like, listen, there are points in times, because, you know, I won't lie, like last week I had about maybe good, like in total about 15 people. We're not even talking about all at once. Mm-hmm. You know, so and sometimes it can get frustrating, but it's like, you know, everyone says, listen, you can't stop. Right. And it's like, all right, you know what, you know, I can't give up, and I have to keep going. So I mean, like, so I'm glad that you said that, because that is a reminder, like, listen, no one starts off at the top. Right. So you have to, you know, keep grinding until it pops. Mm-hmm. So
absolutely, and I have no doubt that it will. Thank you so much for coming.
No, I appreciate you for having me.
Oh, yo, the pleasure is mine. The pleasure is true. I couldn't. You family. Pretty much. Your mother knows my mother and my sisters and nieces and nephews and everything. Like, wow. I've seen pictures of you. I just haven't met you.
Got you.
For almost 20 years.
Wow.
For real. It's like that. Like, I could have probably picked you out. When I saw you at the park, I was like, he looked familiar. I know him from somewhere. Where do I know him from? And then she sashayed over with the
twirled over
with the frilly dress. So cute. I want you to meet my son. Okay, that's just, oh man. Okay, that's where it's from. That's where it's from. But yeah, that's what we'll do, as much as we can do. That's what we always do.
Appreciate it. I mean, definitely.
So I thank you for coming out.
Appreciate you for having me. Listen, been hearing a lot of good things about you too. Even before, you know, moms, you know, definitely, you know, Tanya made mention of you. Like, listen, I think you'd be a great person for you to sit down and chat with, you know, because of where you're looking to go. So thanks, you know, Tanya Champagne also, she made mention. Oh, well, yeah. Well, before I made mention, I was talking about where I was looking to go, and she definitely was like, you know, DBS is someone you want to talk to.
Nice.
So nice. Definitely, you know,
For real.
Definitely. She did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's what's up. I appreciate everybody in my cipher. For real.
Mm-hmm.
My clique is the baddest. Just please know that. We got everything right here. So, again, my brother, have fun, enjoy. We will get up soon as we possibly can.
Definitely.
I thank you for coming
I'll
out.
be tomorrow night. Definitely will be.
Oh, that's right. At the Pink and Black Affair.
I'll be there.
Pink and Black Affair tomorrow night. Club Elevation, 1425 Springfield Avenue in Irvington, New Jersey. You do not want to miss this. Hosted by yours truly, DBS Ahmad, and a celebration for none other than the twirler herself, Miss Francis. Yes. So come on down. All right. Once again, everybody, it's your man. I thank y'all for rocking with us for this hour with my man D.I.K. right here. Check him out every Tuesday. He's going to be at La Rouge, right downtown Newark. It's right next to the Federal Building. So it's a really, from what I understand, it's a really groovy place, like a really
Definitely
grown us type place. But you can go ahead and let your hair down, especially if he's spinning and he, keeping that floor to the floor. So that's what you want to do. Tuesdays.
It's also a $2 Tuesday, also in wing specials.
Oh,
So
they
just
got
in
drinks
case.
and wing specials. So
Yes, sir.
for those who missed the South Bar, they got $2 Tuesday. So yeah, I thought I didn't know about that, right? Listen, I haven't always been. Yes, actually, maybe I think I really have. It just didn't have the name. But yeah, so we gonna get out of here for now. Actually, stay tuned because we got Treazure coming up. It's a quick interview about what it is and what she's doing. So y'all sit tight. I'm gonna do another piece so we can keep it. You know what I mean? Oh, we have a caller. All right, y'all gotta stay right there because somebody is now calling in. And don't forget about Humble Beginnings. Every second Saturday, 30 Maple Avenue, Montclair, New Jersey. And not tomorrow, but next week when we have the party. It's our black light party. So black lights with neon paint. And if you come in the door, make sure you got on something that you don't mind getting a little messed up because they're painting everybody with neon paint. And we were the first ones to do it. So if you see any other flyers out there for neon parties, Beat Biter, Dope Style Taker, it's kind of like that. Because I did see another flyer for a black light party, and I think it's the same night as our black light party, if I'm not mistaken. I'm lucky I can only roll my eyes so hard. Mother. Y'all really have got to listen to us on the website on gsradionorth.com. Oh, all right, caller, you are on the air with DBS Ahmad and D.I.K. Who's calling?
This is Tina Jetter. I'm supposed to be, I guess, calling in from with Shawnee Stevens. I don't know if she's on yet. Okay. Alright, cool. Thank you.
No problem.
You got my hopes all up.
Sorry. All that.
I'm trying to ask.
Well, shout out D.I.K. anyway. You on the phone?
No, I don't want sloppy seconds.
Okay. Thanks for calling, caller. And with that, we are out of here. I forgot there was a little something, and then I promise I'm gonna turn off the TV. A little something I wanted to share with you. I wanted to share with y'all. Just something for y'all to remember that the harder you fall, the higher you bounce. So remember that when you trip. Peace.
That's all I wanna say. Thank you. You've been so kind. All I wanna say is thank you. Yeah. That's all I wanna do. Don't want nothing from you. Giving me everything I need. No, I wanna tell me and say, oh, thank you. Thank you. All of my life, you've been there. One of my days, you make me smile. Hey, I just want to thank you. My. All I wanna tell you is thank you. All I wanna do is thank you. That's all. All I wanna thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the love you share. Thank you for the guidance and all that you are. All I wanna do, say, thank you for being there. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being, just for being. Don't ever leave. Don't ever go. Thank you for being everything you said you would be. I wanna thank you. Hey! Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All I wanna say is thank you. All I wanna say is thank you. All I wanna do. Didn't know where it was gonna go. I'm like, we're just gonna follow this. Yeah, that's how we do it. It's a conversation. It's a conversation, and I will. It should be on my page. I think I did it on my page, so it's there. Okay. And I think when I leave, I'll tag you. Okay. Okay. Definitely. Treasure with a Z.
inside your soul. Oh, you leave me like wanting more.
It's your man DBS Ahmad with the second half of DBS. DBS Fridays with the second half of DBS Fridays. I don't know why that came out like that, but it did. So we're gonna just continue. Yeah, so we are here, and we just got finished our interview with D.I.K. Beats, and right now we have a young woman who has performed in her second film, right?
Yeah.
Her second film, and it's called Life of a Sub?
A Sub in a Brick City.
A Sub in a Brick City. I'm going to get better with this as we go along. A Sub in the Brick City. And I wrote that down somewhere, too, or something. I didn't smoke today, right? Yeah, I did. But yeah, that's the one that, for those of you who came out to Vailsburg Park, that was the film that was shown in Vailsburg Park. It's an actual depiction of a real life situation that happened with a teacher who was a substitute teacher at Westside. And this young lady performed in the movie, and this was her second movie. So we're going to talk to her and find out some more things. Please, this is Treazure with a Z, and you have to say it. Treazure with a Z.
I like it. Yeah,
you have to say that whole Treasure with a Z.
That's be a
I ain't mad at you. That's what build your brain now.
Yes, I'm doing it.
Do that. Yeah. So, how did you get involved with the film project?
Well, basically, I started acting in September of 2014 on Never How You Want It by Ken Andrews. He was the first person I actually had an opportunity to get a chance to start, this career up. And from there, I was so excited about that one gig. I wasn't thinking ahead on trying to see what I'm gonna do next. It was just, I had so much excitement on this one that I was just satisfied at the time. And, I'm just being friendly, like I always try to be in the community. And I was basically catching the bus downtown. I forgot what I was doing, and this lady asked me for a light. So, I told her, I have one, and we just started up a conversation all of a sudden. And, I told her what I was doing and everything. She's like, oh, my sister, she got a flyer from downtown. They were handing out flyers. So it's a gig. I know it's something about, it said something about casting on there. So it took 2 days for her to give it to me, me running around, and, we just kind of bumped heads with, not heads actually. So I finally caught up with her, and she gave me the flyer, and I went and I auditioned for Ish, which was the lead, played by Tina Jeter, my sister, how you doing? Was played by her. So when that happened, and I got into it, knowing that it was a teacher of mine. I met her there, actually. And I was like, I didn't recognize her at first. I'm like, who is that? It's somebody. You say, you really don't know who it is, but in your brain, like you're looking at something and you know it. But then it took a while, and then she's like, Tiffany. And I'm like, Tiffany, don't call me Tiffany. So I'm like, no, yeah, Tiffany. I mean, she's like, yeah, I was a teacher in Weekwood High. So I'm like, oh, I remember. And this is my first time actually hearing about her life like that. You know, she was always she still is. She's this nice, happy, chipper, you know, want to help you, down to earth type person. And it's like, I've never known that, you know, because in the story it talks about abuse at home, where it was a husband or boyfriend, one of them. So we never knew, you know. And at the time I met her in Weekway.
Oh, okay.
And in Weekway, you was doing that, you know, you would have got a couple of guys like, yo, where you at? You know, because he was actually somebody from the neighborhood. We're not gonna mention, but
oh wow,
you know, so he was gonna get checked for that, you know. But she always kept it to herself, and she always was the person that came in and was the opposite of how she felt, you know. Because I've talked to her. We're very good friends. She's like a mother to me, and you know, we talk all the time. And to know that, and to really actually get to sit down and talk with her about it was crazy. So I was on set most of the time, and I just enjoyed the experience and did what I had to do and learned a lot, because Shaheed taught me a lot. Shaheed is a very wise man. He really, to tell somebody something they don't know, that's trying to go to this, you know, extent to be an actress, you know, they have to see something new. They don't just come and, you know, just, you know, do this and that. He really told me, like, okay, well, I see you, and I know you don't know, so I want to let you know so you can go further. You know, because I spend time with them on and off set, so I'm really happy. I'm no, he doesn't know this, but you know, I really took that in, you know. And a lot of things that I do behind closed doors, a lot of people don't know exactly what I do, and sometimes you got to keep it that way. For real. You know, so I go behind doors and I'm doing things that people don't have no idea. You know, and I'm grateful to have people around me that are working with me to get me to where I need to be. And this movie is the reason why. Everything that I molded, everything that's been molded came from this movie for me. Really? Because we won 6 film festivals, might I add. You know?
Say that again.
6 film festivals, okay? We went to events. I met a lot of people I thought I'd never meet. My favorite movie is Fresh. I met Sean Nelson and talked to him and laughed with him and kicked it with him. No security, no nothing. And it was like, wow, I'm used to this, you know, I'm used to celebrities being around security. He's right. He was standing right there. I'm like, oh, wait, this Fresh. He was like, yeah. So Shawnee's like, oh, you know, I was showing him the, you know, trailer, and she had it to where she was talking to me, but she was holding it too close, and I just seen his face go, you know, you got the phone close. I embrace everything. I've seen things that I never would have seen because of special people in my life that really, you know what I mean, I hold this career to the heart all the time. Like, this is what I want. I'm not going to say, you know, demand it. I'm going to act on it and do what I got to do for it. And that's what I've been doing. So, because of this movie, yeah. So
the career that you want to go into is acting.
It's more than acting. Because I did modeling, radio, I did hosting, you know, for a little while. I got to know that. Engineering, whatever I can learn, whatever I can, you know, grow in knowledge with doing it. Whatever opportunity I have, I don't have experience in people's eyes. You know, I don't have experience in someone's eyes that has experience. If they just see, okay, she's done this, but she hasn't done that, but I can do that. Right. So when I get the opportunity to jump to anything that I know how to do, I do, and that's what I've been doing.
That's good.
You know,
that's what's up.
I mean, it's just, I'm trying not to spill the beans all the way, but you know, I'm gonna be
see, you kind of hold it. There's always something you gotta hold on to for yourself.
It's not even that. I want the people to tell me.
You want the people to?
I want the people to tell me what I'm doing. Like, basically, if you see me somewhere, if you see me in a film, if you see me on billboards, if you see me somewhere, I want you to tell me. I want the radio station to come and say, okay, we seen that, we did. You know what I'm saying? But I you know, I'm gonna give you a little bit. I'm gonna give you a little bit. I'm gonna definitely juice it up a little bit once you ask me. I'll let you.
All right, I'm asking.
I love him, y'all. I love him, y'all. It's the first time I hear him speak one question to me. Like, I love him, but well, I have an agent, and I have a couple of films coming up. I'm gonna give you that. I have a couple of films coming up. I also have a campaign coming up for the LGBT family equality in New York City. I just went for the interview today and it went well. So
for what title? Like you said
for family equality, meaning like your parents accept it. not too, and it's actually running for schools and stuff like that. You know?
Oh, okay.
It'll be in a lot of places. Like, you ever seen a pamphlet and you looked at it and it had somebody in it that wasn't really famous, but they had the words and everything. So that'll basically.
Oh, okay.
I also teamed up with, well, I didn't quite team up, but the lady that interviewed me, she offered me something else. So to be continued with that. Like I said, I gotta,
busy.
yeah, you know, because one film I had was NYGTV. I don't know if you know it. It's a LGBT show. It has a lot of views.
Where can we watch that at?
You can watch it now on YouTube. I know she got something else, but it's YouTube.
Okay, so you can watch that on NYGTV.
Yes.
Okay.
What happened was I married Shanice. If I said it wrong, spank me later. Because sometimes her name is already. But she basically put me in as an extra for a film.
Oh, okay.
And it was on the trailer and everything. And she asked me to come back for season 4. So
nice.
I'll be meeting with her August 20th to talk about the production, what she need me to do and stuff. She's giving me a little bit of a push in that. I love the show. I love the show. I got to meet everybody. Everybody's cool. So,
Check that out.
yeah, definitely.
So I can find out some more behind your mystery.
Yeah. I'm not trying to call it mystery, but I don't.
No, I
flag,
understand.
You know,
Like,
I'm not I just did this today. Ha ha ha.
no, but a lot of people, like, until everything comes to fruition, like, you know, once it's out in the open, that's when you talk about it. Not while a deal is still being, while it's still being polished. You know what I mean? So that's at least that's one thing. If you didn't pick anything else from your experiences doing this, at least you know that much.
Yeah.
You know, what was the biggest thing for you when in this movie? What was the thing that you remember most about, the whole experience of doing this film?
Oh, there's a lot. My mind, it'd be a lot. We'd be here all day. First of all, I like Dr. That was my second one. I didn't think in a million years I'd get another one. I just thought that the one opportunity that I had was enough. Because it wasn't really like exposed to me at that point to really think bigger at that point. It was just embrace what you had. And then if something comes, then it comes. If it doesn't, then at least you did, you gave your all in this one. Because my first film, I was only supposed to be in one scene. I ended up having about 16.
16?
16. If you guys check my page out, Never How You Want It came out July 4th with 4 episodes. Well, it was like little skit episodes. It looked like it's not full, but it was some good material.
Nice.
So he definitely big ups to Ken. You like an older brother to me. But like I said, I just love the experience. It gives me that good rush to be in film, to be able to do different things. I'm actually about to co-direct soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm trying, because I was told, like, you should try it.
Yeah,
why not?
Exactly. Why not? Real quick, anybody who wants to call in and, ask
me anything you want.
973-900-6453. Again, we're talking to Treazure with a Z. Hey, big up, Art. I apologize, brother. I was supposed to reach out to you today, and I ended up with my nephew again. Hello, Iris. Assalamu alaikum. Tariq Lewis, Kim Wilson, Shirley Venable. What's up, cousin? Aman Bride is watching, and Francis, my heart. I love you. We are here talking to Treazure with a P, and she performed in the movie in Brick City, and she was getting ready to tell us who you said you have an agent. Who is if there's somebody who's looking to reach out to you for work, who they would contact your agent, right?
We'll talk about that later.
No, let them know in case there's somebody watching.
I'm gonna give it to you like this. Okay, if you are interested in doing film, don't hesitate to hit up me. I'm on Facebook all the time. Like, you can hit me up anytime. So if you really are interested and you want to have some experience, you want this as a career, then just hit me up on Treazure, TREAZURE space G space Chapman, CHAPMAN. I am on it 24/7. Just message me and I'll definitely message you back with information.
Okay.
Definitely. I could definitely help you with that. I can definitely help you with that.
So what do you want people to know about you?
I'm multi-talented. I am multi-talented. I mean, stuff come out I don't even know.
Obviously, you're an actor. You said that you've done radio. You're about to start direct. What are other things that
modeling,
you have about modeling?
Just Levi.
You did the Levi's commercial downtown?
Yeah.
One of my friends did it too.
Dorian Bernard.
Huh?
Oh, you talking about Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my man. How you doing, Eric? What's up, Eric? Hopefully you watching. Yeah, we have fun.
Eric doesn't watch my show.
Shame. No, but
Now I'm attacking.
yeah, that was exciting. That was very exciting. I never would. I mean, I got a call from that. Just a call out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hello. He's like, I need your Jace. Sure. Where you need it. You gotta let me know where you need it. I don't know.
Exactly.
You know, but once I got on the phone with him and everything, he basically explained everything. I'm like, I'm down. You don't even gotta say nothing else. Especially for him. It was Dorian Bernard.
Okay.
Big up to him. For him, I do whatever, because I know what he's about, how he does, his history, how important he is in this entertainment business. But, and he's a very good friend, very good motivator. Like, I love talking to him. When I'm in real trouble in my mind, I really call him and it's soothed after that. Like, it's just, you can feel it. So he's very much an inspiration for me.
What's your is this all that you do, or is this just
Well, I do a lot of stuff.
no? What I mean by that, like, is there do you work a full-time job in addition to all of this?
I can't.
No, this is all you do. Okay, that's what's up.
This is me.
So so people know that if there's a call for you, that you have availability, and this is your vocation.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
That's what's up.
Yo,
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 19.
19. Okay, so she's.
You believe that? No, I'm 30, ladies and gentlemen.
You're what?
30. Don't quote me on that. I'm not saying that again. Don't ask me because I'm gonna lie next time. Yeah, it's a surprise. They say that's a bad thing to tell people, but it's really not, because I come mature. With the young.
No, it's not that. It's just that you look. It has nothing to do with the way that you act or that you present yourself. It just has to do with you have a young look. Your face is young. You don't look 30 in the face.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but the lady was like, I told the lady today, I was being honest. I'm an honest person, And I told the lady, I'm like, she's like, how old are you by any chance? I said, I'm 30. She's like,
Yeah. Be young forever.
well, I'm 19.
Enjoy that. Yeah, stay 19. We're gonna go with 19. We're gonna go with that one. That 9.
I mean, I don't see the big deal in it, but it is,
Right.
Yeah, it is. It's a blessing.
And you're on Instagram too, Treazure with a Z?
I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm just now getting to want to use it. Since Levi, I started to get it.
Oh, that's okay.
Because then they use tags and stuff like that for you to promote. So it's like you automatically go to strangers, and it seems like strangers. I get like magazine people, like stuff like that, and that was a blessing too. I'm like, wait, magazines, this and that, I'm like, wait, this is not regular people. This is not Maya and Jesse and James.
Right.
This is companies. These are people that have organizations going on. Whoa, So, like I said, it was a blessing for that too. Whether they call tomorrow or in a year, it's still a blessing for them to even see, for people to even be able to see it, and to have an opportunity to have Levi on a picture. Those shirts didn't even come out yet. They only have the black and white ones. I seen your face. They only had the black and the white ones out. They don't have those yet.
Okay.
That was a blessing too. Like, I can wear a shirt. I love it. I love it.
Well, we can find some things for Treazure with a Z to do. So if you are a person with said business or venture or location, and you are in need of someone that fits her description, then you need to go ahead and hit her up, and she can play a range. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She'll because she has been doing this, she can tailor whatever it is to whatever it is that you need.
Yeah.
So that's how that's gonna go down.
People know.
Yeah.
They just,
You know how
I don't know what's going on.
No, what it is it's coming. They just trying to be
Yeah.
ready for you. That's all it is. It's cooking.
And that's crazy, right?
It's
You know?
cooking. Yeah.
Some
Don't.
people want you to have a reel. You get the reel, then they want you to have 100,000 views. And I'm working on that one. I have a meeting with somebody about that one. That's really money boost.
Oh, okay.
So that's when I come back the next time.
Oh, you
know
could.
what
You.
I mean?
She said she coming back.
I'll come back, you know what I mean? September somewhere, you know, come back and let y'all know. Or y'all can tell me, oh, we seen you, so we gonna come back and let you know. I'm available, man. I'm available. Just let me know what
Oh,
you
okay.
need. I got you. I got you.
All right. Then we gonna have to do that once you come back.
Yeah, you know,
Come back.
I'm not perfect.
Apparently.
I'm not saying I'm perfect. You know, I'm not. You know what? The one thing that I don't fear, but I know it's gonna take a lot of work is like these.
Because it's different. Because you got to have everything on point.
Yeah.
There's no do-overs. There's no retake once you on stage. Yeah.
And you know what's
better
gonna
be able
happen?
to ad-lib or something.
After I mess up, the rest of the words gonna be mine. Cause I don't know.
Right.
I'm gonna have to improvise on what to say on
Yeah.
my own.
That's how you do. That's how you do.
I did it a lot in the films that I was in too. They allowed me to do my own thing sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of times the improvisation is better than the actual lines that are there.
Yeah.
That's like that new movie Girl Trip that just came out with Queen Latifah
I have to see
and
that.
Jada Pinkett and Tiffany Haddish. Haddish? The funny chick. Because she was the funniest one in the entire movie. That's if you ask me.
Oh wow.
But she was a lot of the stuff that's in there. She ad-libbed. It was.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't the written
See, they
situation.
scared you with telling
It was just
you
her.
got to learn word for word.
Yeah. No, a lot
It's
of most
good
movies
to-
they like unless it's something technical that pertains to the you moving the scene along, or it has to be a cue for somebody else's line.
Yeah.
You know, other than that, you pretty much go ahead and wing it, however you feel it.
It's. I learned that I learned a trick. And it's common sense. If you want to change something and you're going to, and the director, you ask the director first.
Yeah.
Okay? But if the director allows you to do something, all you have to do is communicate with who you're talking to.
Right.
Before, you know, and that could be as easy as, okay, I'm gonna put my hand here when I'm finished with my last sentence, and then you start, and then you do hit your knee or hit the side of yourself, just to, you know, a gesture. So as long as you keep yourself like that, you know, keep it like that to where the other person know what you're gonna do, and y'all aware of what each other gonna do. That's simple. It's simple. But a lot of people fear that. They don't, you know, they don't think about that. They just think, oh, the camera. A lot of people say, I want to film because the camera scares me. I'm like, what is it? It got a mask on, Jason mask or something? Because after, and I got out of that, I had the jitters the first time. Woo! I was like, yo, cut the camera. I got to cool off, you know, because I was sweating. Because I was kind of scared of the camera until I learned the trait to say, okay, you see the camera, whatever it is you're filming. Go back and see yourself. So can I see that? And when you see yourself, you like, all right, I want to do it again. It's
Right.
like, you know. So once I did that, it was nothing after that.
That's what's up. Well, I'm glad that you have all these opportunities. I really can't wait to see, well, you know, what Treasure with
What
the Z is
happens.
coming up
Yeah,
next,
yeah.
because I'm sure it's gonna be hot. I know it's
Yeah.
gonna be hot. That's what's up.
Oh, I wanted to mention one more thing.
Uh-huh.
Just recently, you know, people on Facebook, I don't know if you saw it. Hold on 1 second. I joined the organization recently. Mr. Big shout outs to Leonard Ellis. I'm sorry. Eyes Wide Open. Yeah, Hope. Eyes Wide Open Hope. I just joined y'all. Eyes Wide Open Hope. I just actually got off the phone with him. And our visions match. Which is special. Because he's involved in a lot. More than I, you know, everybody on air stuff on Facebook. And that's where I met him, actually. But our talk about changing North, about changing the world, you know, is very much a match. Okay. So when I seen that, and I seen all the opportunities that he can get me into that I never even thought of being in, you know, and then it just amazed me because I'm talking about North. I always talk about North, you know, and I'm always somewhere in North or somewhere else, but I'm always around. I'm always learning different people. I'm gonna say learning different people. And it's like, it has to be changed. It's a have to change situation. It can't keep going on like this. I'm gonna just say that. I'm not gonna get into all that because I'll be all too. But it has to change, and it will. As long as we, this organization, I told him I'm gonna be a big help as far as starting a team, stuff like that. But it's gonna take a little slow time to start a team. I'm not really, I'm trying to independently do things for this organization. But I'm soon enough going to find the people that I really know can do something just as well as I can.
And when you build it, they will come.
Exactly. So
Yep.
it's coming up to where it's going to be an empire. That's the plan. That's the plan. So
That's what's up. Good
stay tuned
plan.
for that too. Everybody, get to Leonard Ellis. I need some candy or something.
Alceric Bass.
Oh, okay. Ooh, the good one.
Wow. Look at God.
I know.
Okay.
And that's just a little bit of stuff.
That's what's up. Well, I thank you for coming, sweetie.
Oh, man, I told you I was looking forward to this at the park.
Yeah, we had to get you down here because
Yeah.
for some reason
Yeah.
it just wasn't meant to happen in Velsburg Park, no matter what we did.
No.
But
That's
I'm
all right.
glad
That's
that you
all right.
came. I'm really glad that you have a lot of opportunities though that are about to open up for you. I really think that that's awesome.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that there are more to come. I'm glad that you have made yourself available and said that this is your vision, and aligned yourself with are beginning to align yourself with the people who can help you realize
Yeah.
your vision. It's very, very.
They found
important.
me.
Right. Well, see, that's when you know it's something. That's when you know it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I came over here to do somebody a favor one day and ended up with this show.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how it happened.
Well, you got the natural talent for this. When I first met him, I knew, cause I'm around. You know what I mean? You know how you around everybody that's talented, so you know something out of them. You know. I
talent
just
when you
knew.
see it.
I just knew, especially when he said, cause it was getting dark. He was like, I had a date. I'm gonna try this since.
Hey,
Ever since I was like, I just do. But
Yeah.
I'm glad to be on here. I'm really
glad, and
Now
we'll
I'm gonna
have
come
you back.
again. Whatever y'all, will have me. I'll come.
Okay.
No.
That's what's up. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you guys, Eugene, Tracy, Robert, my dude at Medstar Radio, DeMarco Blackman, Francis Reed, Amon, Shirley, Art, Dodd, Kim, Tariq, Iris. Much love to each and every one of you. And any shout outs?
Oh, y'all already know who I'm about to shout out. Big shout outs to Miss Shawnee Stevens, writer, director. She was manager, actor, all of that stuff. And a very, very, very mother, like a mother to me. Tina Jeter, you already know. I love watching you, and I love being a part of the family. She's like a little sister to me. Janet, even though you don't want to be shout out, I'm going to shout you out anyway because I know you probably watching. I love you very much. I love Tina. I love Shawnee. I love Ken Andrews. I love Tony James. I love Muju. Taught me a lot as well. Just everybody I worked with. If I don't remember you, man, you definitely gonna get a shout out next time. And my friend Jesse, he helped me out a lot. He's also in entertainment as well. You guys gonna see him soon with the skits and stuff that we're talking about, putting in the making and stuff like that. That's why I need actors. So if that's one of the reasons why. But that's another opportunity on the opportunities that I do have for you. So, just shout out everybody that supported me and everything. I love y'all.
That's what's
From the
up.
bottom of my heart.
And that does it for this edition of Devious Fridays. It's Devious of my mom. Thank y'all for rocking with me all of this time. I am going to get out of here now and start the rest of my weekend. I hope all y'all enjoy, have fun, be safe. It's a beautiful night tonight. Please drive safely, and any way you move, be safe. To everybody out there on Ustream and everybody out there on GS Radio Newark, we appreciate y'all watching. We thank y'all for listening. What we need y'all to do is share. Share the video, like the video, comment on the video, move the video along. However you want to do that, but do that. Okay? We appreciate it. Love you for listening. And to y'all, the moves.
So